I need a new computer.
Alright, let's start over again.
Is there anything I could buy for good that's for 500?
Are we live yet?
Yeah, now we are live.
And we're live. Hello everyone, Epic Steve here. This is actually our second time doing this because the new YouTube studio sucks. Alright, intros, regular guest.
What's up? It's your boy Hot Sauce, the regular guest. It's great to be here. What's up, y'all?
Dark One.
The one that came from the crypt and rose to the dead. I'm the dark one. I came from the shadows.
Superstar DC.
We've been on this before. Superstar DC, what's up?
Master Minos.
Greetings, everyone. This is Master Minos. How have you guys been? Yeah, this is the expansion pack of current year -1, definitely.
Why does the new YouTube studio suck? It makes no sense.
Yeah! We're supposed to improve, not make crap worse.
Well, no. When you think about it, YouTube is doing its job right. They're trying to hire less employees, which would be content creators, so they don't have to pay you as much, and you still get to do your job and fight the headaches. It's a smart business move on the end. They're wanting everyone that creates to stop creating for them.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the new year, everybody. How's y'all been? How y'all doing? Yeah. We already starting to set things on fire already, so let's see if we can top last year. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get into these sponsors because it's a new year. We still got sponsors.
First off, Inner Server. And they're still hosting a web holiday sale at 60% off. Right now it's $2.50 per month. $2.50 actually. Not $250.
They'll be doing this until January 15th, so go ahead, get your I mean, it's 50% off, you know, $2.50 per month, that's nothing. Actually 60% off. So yeah, I mean $2.50 a month, web hosting. I mean that's a very good deal.
Up next, Razer.
DC does this better than any of us. DC, what do you got to say about Razer?
Razer, get your shit here today. Razer. You want a mouse? Here they sell mouse. You want a keyboard? They sell keyboard. Want screens? They sell screens. You know what? Razer, it's there, here, and everywhere. Razer, if you want to shake the lights up, your veins, your mouse, your keyboard, anything can light up just the way you want it. Razer, put that shit in your lungs. Put that shit in your house. Put that shit in your girlfriend. Wait, take it out of your girlfriend and put that shit in you. Razer, get your shit from there today.
They should pay DC to do that. He's just too good at it. But
I think it's energy. No, I'm just not noticing that.
Now get response.
Just realized it costs a lot of energy to do that.
I think I'm getting old.
All right. Get response. You got it up, Master Minos?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And I'm not sharing the screen.
Tool. You send emails, create pages, and automate your marketing. I mean, what else can I say? You sign up for absolutely free. No credit required.
Yeah, no credit required whatsoever.
Breaking news.
Well, unless you mess up somehow.
Released on bond. Rides a picture with Nancy Pelosi's lecture.
Yikes. Not a Dash 3D.
Capitol Rider picture with Nancy Pelosi.
I've been using that a lot lately during this pandemic because all I've been doing is just rendering out stuff using its amazing rendering with NVIDIA Iray. I mean, also now has a face. Well, it's had this for a while, but it has face transfer software where you can transfer faces into your models, and it automatically makes them line up with the mesh. Amazing. Dash 3D. It's absolutely free, so yeah.
Do you guys have
And it's
anything else?
already Unity and Unreal ready once you make the model. So
Oh, sweet. You guys got anything else before you move on to the main topics? We end up with quite a bit, including one of them that's totally evergreen.
Well, our United States is on fire,
that's
so
actually one of the topics, I think.
Yeah, that actually is one of the topics.
Yeah, it goes with what's his face, whose name I'm not gonna say right now.
we really got nothing else. But let's get right. I don't want you copyrighted. Let's just go.
Let's just start it.
I don't want to get copyrighted. Let's just go.
Going right away.
All right, screen share what you're showing, Master Minnows.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I was trying to get on my computer so I can just use my phone, but my computer's being a little. It's frozen. It's frozen in place. So I guess I'm gonna just use phone.
First off, real quick, we're sending off our memoriams to two people this time. First off, rest in peace to Brad Venable. He happens to be a video game voice actor. Last game he worked on, one of the last games he worked on was Fire Emblem Three Houses. And he also did roles for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Sushi Striker, The Way of Shushido, and Astral Chain. And that's just some of the Nintendo stuff.
Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. How old?
R.I.P.
Mm.
At least he don't have to live through this shit year, you know.
Yeah.
You're low.
Oh yeah. Darkness, we can't hear. We can hear you barely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your volume's really down.
Did you move your mic above your head?
Yeah, that's probably why. Sorry.
Yeah, that's totally why.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go too far, if you go too close to your mic, they'll hear you breathing. If you go too far, they'll barely hear you.
Yep.
The downside of having a headset. Now our other send off, Jonas Neubauer. Jonas Neubauer passed away age 39. He was a 7-time Tetris champion.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, according to the article, as of here, he ended up passing away from a medical emergency. It happened on January 4th, and he was 39 years old. Way too young.
Rest in peace.
Both of them are young, in my opinion.
Yeah, both of them were way too young. Moment of silence.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
All right. Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Let's hop into the next topic.
Yeah, let's move it. Yeah, this next one's very serious, but we're gonna do our best not to get too into this. And by too into this, we're trying our best not to get nuked by YouTube.
Yeah, and if you get offended or anyone on this platform gets offended, I don't care.
Oh well. That's actually my personal policy.
We're a small channel. I doubt that there.
I don't know. They nuked my boy Ghostwriter's channel. That's why he had to make a new one.
Aww.
Shout out to him.
Better big or small, we'll find you. I doubt that.
Sometimes I think it just gives them something to do. They're just like, hey, let's press a button, just nuke a channel.
You mean they just randomly scroll through millions of accounts and just like throw?
No, they have an algorithm. It just picks one at random. They say, okay, that
one.
It's kind of like that question of if you press this. It's that psychological question. You press this button, but you'll get $1 million. But someone in the world dies.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't give everybody that button.
Yeah.
I know dang well that you can receive $1 million, but somebody in the world dies. Would you hit that button? A lot of people still hit that button.
Especially right now during the pandemic. A lot of people All right. Twitch removes PogChamp emote after Gutex. Shout out to Gutex. I actually met this dude. Tweet on Capitol Hill protests.
Great monkey spawn.
Yeah. To avoid encouraging further violence. So, for those who don't know who Gutex is, he's TO'd a lot of tournaments. He was part of Excellent Adventures with dang, the other dude's name escapes me right now. But yeah, he basically did a lot of stuff. He's lately, well not lately, for the past 4 years he has been speaking weird, and then the thing happened at the Capitol where they stormed the Capitol and broke stuff and stole Nancy Pelosi's podium and took selfies in her office. So
and also some poor soul ended up getting killed by the feds.
No.
Poor people.
I'm sorry, you cannot say for poor defense. No, it wasn't defense. They were attacking. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You ran the Capitol. Honestly, I thought more people probably needed to have been tased if they had more police presence there, or an army presence like the Coast Guard. I think they should have had that, and they should have tased anyone that came close to the door. Yes, it's sad someone died, but no, it was her fault, her choices to storm the Capitol. This is like the incident Area 51. Area 51's like, if you guys come here and try to storm Area 51, you will get shot or detained. Area 51 didn't play around. Why should the Capitol play around?
Yeah, I was getting to that.
I'm just gonna say
they end up playing the stupid game and won a stupid prize.
Yeah, 5 people unfortunately had to lose their lives because they wanted to. I don't know.
They wanted to listen to Trump, and they listened to Trump.
Here's what happened. If you break into a government facility and they're armed, you get what you get. Rest in peace to all who did rest in peace to all who did die and just died. But
I'd like to apologize to the families that did lose someone that day and to the friends, but I also want to say that it was a bad thing that they decided to go there. They decided to participate. Yes, you can have your beliefs. Yes, you can be a part of a protest. But being a part of a protest means to protest. It doesn't mean to attack or to rush into a facility that is not your property, or it's, in all regards, I'm sorry to the families that lost someone, but it was on the people that individually acted on their behalf, and they lost their lives.
I'm gonna say it like this. Like you said before, I'm gonna say this again. If you break into a government facility and you get shot, that's pretty much your fault.
Yeah, and I take the poor thing junk back. My apologies.
Yeah, so yeah, Gutex shouts to him.
Yeah.
He basically tweeted like when the woman got shot, he was like, are we gonna let this happen, or does she have to become a MAGA martyr or something like that? And he was just saying some very stupid stuff, and
Yeah.
Gutek's been saying stupid stuff for a while. It's just this kind of straw that broke Campbell's back because that was inciting more violence.
Yeah, definitely. That was how Twitch removed the PogChamp emote,
Yeah,
which was being
PogChamp,
memed
for everyone knows,
around for
that's his
literally,
face.
and it was being memed around for literally since last fall, and including in this statement that we're showing right here. But here's the biggest trip. Gutex actually wanted that thing removed for the longest while. So he basically won here.
Probably just didn't want to see it. Probably just didn't want to be seen in that light.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Gutek's views then and now are different. You know, he definitely likes to. I don't know. He's a different person now. He's grown a beard and everything. He's definitely not the Gutex we know from Excellent Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Which is alright because everybody do change. So nobody stays the same.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah,
that was probably smart. He's an event, not a good idea, but he did use an event to his advantage, so I can't be mad at him at that.
Yeah.
And it's just sad with people, and this is not politics. This is just
ignorance. Yeah, I know.
This is ignorance. I mean, I don't care.
Straight up ignorance.
Democrat, Republican, Independent. You should know how to act. I mean, it's just and to the police officer that took that long to respond, why? This was coordinated, and this was talked about for a while. This wasn't a surprise attack.
This is a coup. It's because our democracy is being held, even though it was little democracy how they did in the first place, but it was still a disruption of democracy, though. Nevertheless, your leader lost. Get over it, but they don't want to get over it. I don't know why. Anybody else find that strange? Like, their leader lost and they still don't want to get over it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's safe to move it now.
Yeah. Shout out to PogChamp. Right now, Twitch is doing a different PogChamp every day from different channels that submitted it until they decide to settle on one. So right now, some black dude who looks like Steve Urkel. No offense to him. His PogChamp looks like Steve Urkel. Tomorrow it might be something else. Who knows?
Yeah, I think DSP also didn't attempt.
Oh yeah. DSP needs to become the official PogChamp.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil.
Or replace the yo face emote with him when he got caught with that junk.
Yeah, exactly. I would petition to have that.
Yeah, same.
Well, honestly, if they didn't really need to remove it, I think they're being a bit of too much of a drama queens lately, especially with the whole blind playthrough thing that Twitch just did for no reason.
Yeah.
Well,
that and Twitch also.
I agree with Twitch on. Mm-hmm. I think they should have got rid of PogChamp just because a lot of sponsors don't like what he was tweeting, and it makes sense to sort of disconnect yourself from him because he's already left Twitch. So no point keeping his face on there if all it's going to do is cause you trouble.
Yeah. That was basically the straw that broke the camel's back.
It does make sense, but it could have just been like, you know what? We're going to keep your face, but we're not going to associate anything with you. But honestly, it's really whatever.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Let's move on to the next topic.
The Nintendo Ninjas. Man. and try to intimidate him to try to hire him for his homebrew development.
Oh, wow. That's new.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And
funny.
a lot of this was revealed by Reddit of all places.
I knew Nintendo Ninjas wasn't a joke, but this, I love it.
Yeah, they actually had a formula of what they're gonna do, of a game plan basically of they were gonna approach him friendly to his house, at his house when he's coming back from work.
Mm-hmm.
And they were
Why?
gonna,
Why?
talk to him, shake his hand, and ask him if he's going job. If he says no, they had a game plan for that. If he said yes, they had a game plan for that.
You gotta, all the ninjas come
Yeah.
after me now.
If you guys are looking at what I'm looking at right now, yeah, they definitely stalked him. They had, they even messed with his. They even recorded some of his activities.
Wow.
They
That's
recorded some
illegal.
of his messages.
That is illegal.
That's
That's
totally illegal.
Well,
When you're
actually,
a multi-billion-dollar company, everything's legal.
where does he live?
Uh,
That's the real question.
yeah, most likely. Yeah, it was covered for good. Yeah, it was covered, but his country was Belgium.
Wow.
At the time, age 26 male living with parents. Typical week includes working 9 to 5 Monday through Thursday. Evenings and weekends primarily spent at home. Surveillance didn't reveal any friends or visitors, anyone leaving the residence with Nemoid. That's his name.
Yeah.
Only ad activity included a trip to a bank and restaurant by himself. Yeah, they definitely stalked him. This is legitimate stalking.
That's illegal.
Not
Not
when you're a
only that-
multi-billion-dollar company, everything's legal.
Not only that,
Very
you're pulling this
employment.
crap, but people can't even play your game at a tournament, on an online tournament in a safe, respectable space. I see.
Yeah, you
That's the
could just
other
secretly approached him that way, but no.
They said, yo, we're gonna wait for him to come home, and we're gonna approach him calmly and nicely. I'm like, whoa, what is this document?
Did you call
Okay,
just
yeah,
come
this
to
ain't
the
your
back
age,
corner of
man.
the alleyway? Did you call and say,
No.
hey, so this is Nintendo?
Hey,
So,
Nintendo.
we
The
know-
docs are
we
still
know
there, but I
about
won't
your-
click on them for nuke-related reasons.
So was it Sheik or was it Snake? I want to know which one was it. That was stalking him.
It's probably Snake because now and there, So
Yeah.
it come up and it's like, we know who you are, sir. we would like to give you a proposition. Come work for us, or we're gonna link all of your history from your computer to everyone.
Sheik and Snake, and they hired Professor Layton and Miss Layton for this crap.
Do you know how bad that would be? It's like, okay, we got a job for you. Either one, you take the job, or two, your internet history is going to the world with your name and face on it.
Dang. Oh, God. I would kill myself
Yo,
at that
the
point.
internet is not ready for my history. That's all I'm saying. Oh, but
That's provided you didn't have some crap
I'm
on
totally
there.
fine if it's just my computer history.
Yeah, well, my computer history's fine.
Mine is fine.
Oh, boy. I need something to show my computer right away.
Other history, the
Other histories.
the world's not ready
References.
for some of the weird
References.
stuff.
It says you can show my computer history. What about your phone history? You can show it. Show my
Phone
phone
history,
history.
no. I want someone on. If one of y'all I die some reason, I want y'all to take my phone. I want y'all to delete the history. I want you to chunk that bitch into the ocean.
Or into the
Bermuda
bathtub.
Triangle Ocean, I mind you.
Yeah.
Bro,
This
I'm
actually
gonna throw it in
reminds
Mount
me.
St.
One, the
Helens
anime
volcano.
that actually reminds me. One, the anime that's currently having a second season right now. Their very first episode of season 1 involved that.
What's that?
Someone ended up having to chuck his computer into a bathtub.
Oh,
Oh,
I know that anime you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. like when he died,
It's like an
the people in the
isekai
office.
or
The
whatever.
slimy Sakai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when the people in the office said, "Yeah, I got some people to help us put the
Shit.
evidence." People going like, "We got your back, bro. We came for this, boys. Let's do it." They stormed his house, and
Oh,
I don't know. They got the
speaking-
PC on the bathtub. They destroyed everything. The backup computer, the backup TV. I'm like, dang, even the TV. Well, all the
speaking of
outfits,
that,
they mess with the TV.
speaking
Like,
of that
damn.
anime, I have to say this. I love the anime, but I also love the abridged versions on YouTube. I love when anime gets an abridged and someone does it right.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're trying to destroy your history, throw into Mount St. Helen. That thing's gonna burn. Ain't no gonna recover that.
Yeah, but if you throw in the Bermuda Triangle, they won't really explore it.
Because they'll be lost too.
Exactly.
If you're doing a Bermuda Triangle, ain't nobody gonna find it because whoever enters the Bermuda Triangle, you're gonna be lost. The guy who threw it in there is gonna be running around too.
Well, I mean, if you were to do right now and send it through Amazon, they wouldn't find it for at least 3 years with all the backlogs they have right now.
They ain't
Yeah,
gonna
the
send
backlogs are
nobody. They ain't gonna
bad.
send a person. They're gonna send a drone, and the person trying to locate the drone is gonna lock. It's gonna be like, where did it go? I don't know.
Where did it go? They're gonna get a drone shot of like Amelia Earhart. Just,
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be waving at them.
meow.
Hold on a second.
What was that?
Okay, Epic.
What was he talking about? What we talking about? What was the topic?
We got off topic.
Yeah, we got totally off topic.
We
I
were
know,
talking
but what
about
was
the
the
Yeah.
original
ninja.
topic?
We were on the Nintendo
talking about
Ninja.
Ninja.
We were on the Nintendo Ninjas that stalked the guy. They stalked the guy and tried to hire him because he was a homebrew hacker.
Just kids. Lesson of this is: if somebody's stalking you, call the police.
Yeah.
God, please do.
Please call the police. That is highly illegal. Highly, depending where you're at. In the United States, I know that's kind of illegal. I don't know what it is in Belgium, but even if he's a homebrew hacker, there's ways of you doing this. Like a representative agent could have reached out to him instead of just, try to
Yeah.
not trying, but to stalk him. Like
Yeah,
Jack could have
this
reached out.
is seriously what private investigators are for. They know which related laws not to break and which are actually they're actually able to do.
Just kids, call the police. That's the moral of the story to this.
Programmer creates Twitter.
Yeah, now let's get on to the next topic. Oh yeah, Epic ran off somewhere.
Yeah.
I want booms.
Oh, what?
Your wife booms.
I hate these. These. They're really
Programmer creates Twitter, plays Pokemon, playing via commentating or commenting.
Yep, that's the next topic. If you remember, Twitch plays Pokemon. Now there's this Twitter account that everyone's playing Pokemon Red inside their avatar. How are they doing that? Well, all you have to do is reply. Yeah, all you have to do is reply to an action. Reply to any of the action, which is left, right, A, B, or start or select. You have to tweet either of these words, and every time that 15 seconds pass, the bot changes to where they currently are in the game.
That's amazing.
Well, it's an RPG, so I'm not really. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and we're seeing and as of this recording and as of this live stream, we're seeing this right now. You can comment either up, down, left, right, A, B, start, or select. comment one of those words, but don't worry.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Don't worry,
actually
replies do get deleted. I think
That's
those
very
replies do get deleted, or this will be overrun.
Could you imagine that, though? Like, you have a million people typing right, left, up, down, A, B, A, B. And you just, like, break the game.
Yeah. The game's not broken yet, because as of here, we're seeing their party.
Are we? Because I
Yeah, we're seeing only part of their party.
So
this is
there's
extra
Baby,
scuffed.
Jumbo, Pop, and Crow, I think? I don't know.
They got Charmander at the starter. What they got the starter as?
I don't know. I see a Pidgey. I see what looks like maybe Jigglypuff or
Either Jigglypuff or Clefairy.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
They have those kind of sprites for multiple Pokemon in Gen 1.
Yeah.
What he pretty much made was like a text-to-adventure game. Pretty much a text-to-adventure game of a
I'm
Pokemon
back.
and stuff.
What's the topic?
We're talking about the Pokemon game on Twitter that someone coded to play with Twitter using the comments.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at his account right now.
Just hope that Nintendo don't really realize this, because he's going to get hit with the ban hammer.
Technically, they can't, because, I mean, from the looks of it, the pixel art is technically different than what they used to have.
You think that's going to stop them?
That probably won't stop them.
Here's what's broken, is he wrote Pokemon. He should have said Pixelmon or Pixel Monsters or something.
Nah, man. They gonna come, especially since it's the Pokemon Company and Nintendo and Game Freak. He gonna get hit on three sides, man. It's a war on three fronts.
No, what they're gonna do is they're gonna try to sue him, and because it's on Twitter and Twitter's allowing it, they're gonna sue Twitter at the same time. So it's gonna be two big companies Twitter lawyer battle.
Yeah, no, Twitter's gonna be like, oh no, we're just banning this account. Twitter's like, yo, we don't want no smoke. Goodbye.
Comments are pulled every 15 seconds, and the most commented input is then sent to the game.
Right, yeah, please understand that Nintendo sued for less.
Yeah, they sued for far less.
I know. I understand that, but still.
They'll come after them.
Although, I will say this, they've never sued parents for kids drawing their stuff like Disney, though. I give them that. That was the weirdest story I've ever read.
This is wild.
This is like, hey, kid, you draw Mickey Mouse? Your parents gonna have to pay us money. Wait, what?
I drew Mickey Mouse, man. Erase it. Get rid of it.
I'll try to change his name around. You're still drawing Mickey Mouse. What? Oh,
it's
nice try.
Mouse. It's low-key mouse, because this mouse wants to stay low-key.
That was the weirdest story I ever read. I had to do a double take when I read that. It's like, yo.
Bro, I'll be like, yeah, even I will have to be like, all right, please pause the story real quick. I don't know, man.
Your parents gotta talk to us for some money.
Like, this shit wouldn't even happen. Like, this shit wouldn't happen in the Sonic community or the Dragon Ball Z community. It was just rage. All right, like, I'm telling you, it will be a war on three fronts. You think Dragon Ball Z wouldn't be that vocal for not drawing their OCs? Oh, trust me, they'll be vocal. Really would be.
Yeah, they always are vocal. They definitely always are. Got anything else before we move on?
No, I mean, that's really cool though. Like, that's the one of the best ways of Twitter been used I've seen, in a while. I still think Twitter is a social media that just does not deserve to exist, but sometimes you see something cool off of it.
Yeah, they overstate their welcome, definitely.
Twitter does not need to exist.
Yeah.
That's an
There's only
understatement.
like two things. There's only like 2 to 3 things Twitter is good for. Y'all
And let me
probably
just say
know
this.
2 out of 3.
No,
I
I'm
just
waiting for
mean-
you
I
to give me.
do go on Twitter and check shit, but I'm not like I look it on Twitter, so I don't really do that stress on it. But I do know that people say the most dumbest shit on Twitter.
Yeah.
Please know that.
People
I
saying
am
dumb
wrong.
crap.
Minos, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for at least one good reason why Twitter should exist. Go.
Memes.
Memes.
Memes do not
And-
count because memes are not just on Twitter.
No, I'm saying
No.
memes.
not
oh
gonna lie.
yeah,
Memes be
loots.
good,
The
Not gonna lie to
loots
you.
do not count either.
No,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm there to watch people just do the most stupidest shit.
Yeah.
Twitter
Well,
has some creative stuff like
Well,
this.
you got me.
Yeah.
You
I'm waiting
got
for
me.
the good thing Twitter does.
And for the people in our audience who likes Twitter, good for you. It just shouldn't exist. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Okay, let me just say
Yeah,
this
what are
and
you
get this
doing?
out of the
Get
way.
some help.
Social media shouldn't exist. Social media starts way too much shit.
not
There's
the
a
fact
reason
that
why they're called social media warriors now.
Well, it's not just the fact of social media. The problem I have with social media is doing that thing where it's like, well, people are doing because the fact that people are social and they'll take any medium that they can to interact with other people. It's also taken like the social aspect of humanity when it
Yeah.
comes to meeting someone.
Yep.
Just because people will take the let's be honest, people will take the lazy route out than just work for it. So it's like a little bit, I would say, troubling to hear the fact that and tiresome to hear the fact that why would I talk to my friend or peer that's in front of me where I can just interact with multiple people on my phone? I feel like it should. I feel like it shouldn't exist because it's like it started becoming a bigger problem when it comes to socializing nowadays because people don't know how to social.
I agree
Yeah,
with
people
that,
don't know
but
how to
I want
actually
to
socialize.
state
They're
one more
just
point.
posting. Oh, sorry.
I agree with that statement, but I just want to agree to one more point further. Is because they feel safe that they're behind their screens, they are becoming more disrespectful than they should be. Like playing video games. You can get on Call of Duty and you hear a 12-year-old start cursing you out, saying you're the worst player ever when he's like 0 and 6. And you're playing Search and Destroy. And he's saying you're the worst person ever, even though you're number 1 on both teams. So, in that regard, I say that because the social networking and everything that's social media in general, I feel like because people feel protected behind their one screen, like, oh, I'm on my phone, no one's going to know it's actually me, so I'll put a stupid username like Hot Devil 76 and be a true dickhead. So, yeah. I feel like it, because people feel protected, they think they can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, most of them have anonymity, with the exception of Facebook up until a point.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
the thing
able
about
to get
Twitter
around
is
being
not.
anonymous on Facebook now.
Yeah. No, my problem with Twitter, which is worse than any other social media, like because you don't really see this even on Facebook, is Twitter's become judge, jury, and executioner, and it's just like I don't ever agree with that. It just kind of takes the whole. It's the court of public opinions to the max. It took the court system out of it completely. It's just Twitter's just so bad. It's just so bad.
Because I believe because it's like nobody want to hear nobody want to everybody want to be hero and nobody want to hear the full side of the story. So pretty much the people like let's just say if there's an argument and honestly if it's none of your business, stay out of the argument. But people want to be the fucking hero, want to be in arguments that they're not really supposed to be hearing, and how shit happens is they ended up pretty much making the wrong decisions, and the wrong decisions can ruin somebody's life. And instead of staying out of it or making better decisions, pretty much my life gets ruined.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want to say.
Yeah, especially through doxing and the far worse.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the actions of the cancel mob. But we're going to get to a bit of that later on.
Like, the reason I hate Twitter is cancel culture, because that shit needs to die. These social justice warriors, because one, I understand that they want to feel sympathy, but some of their actions can be a bit extreme. Well, a bit is an understatement. Their actions is kind of extreme.
More like a lot extreme.
I hate how, I'm just gonna say it, how easy for pedophiles to just dress up as pretty much catfishing is worse as it's ever been. RP Smash Community.
It's seriously messed up. There's literal cheese pizza and actual pedophiles running amok back there, but apparently the guy drawing innocent people are the problem.
I think, like I said, I think social media is like a problem, is because pretty much people can get away with shit that they wouldn't get away with, and naturally, instead of doing the proper responsibilities, they just ended up just, like what they said, ignoring it.
They ignore it, and really, it's partially, if not mostly, the fault of that there's a thing called cyberbullying.
Yeah, and it's a real thing. If nobody ever knew cyberbullying was a real thing, it is.
People use the internet to bully way too often, and it's really not fair to the people. Bullying sucks, okay? Everyone knows that bullying sucks, because if you've ever been bullied, you know that it's not on... It doesn't feel good, and you might get your revenge one day by being a bully back to them, or being bullied to someone weaker than you. But it's still not cool. It doesn't make you feel better. It doesn't help the other person that you bullied or been bullied by.
Or in case the internet and stuff, like just block, flag, and leave, or just straight up turn off the computer for now.
Yeah, I block religiously, but well, not anymore. I haven't had, but
we're talking about how social media made it pretty much easier for pedophiles to make accounts and catfish young teenagers, and pretty much they're getting away with it. Like, some of them kind of get away with it, and I said RP to Smash Community.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. What's the next topic?
Yeah, I was gonna get right into that. We're now moving on from Nintendo to Sony.
Sony.
Yeah, definitely Sony.
So sorry you exist, Sony.
Okay, this weekend, today, what did you think was going to happen? The PlayStation brand is in decisive decline in Japan. Research firm is deeply connected. Censorship and alienation were definitely involved.
Well, to be fair, a lot of reasons why it's in decline is because a lot of Japanese aren't buying consoles right now because, let's see, there's a little thing going on called pandemic.
Yeah. And before the pandemic, y'all kept censoring everyone's junk back there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even just that. I also blame pandemic, because Sony can't even make any more consoles. Sony can barely make consoles for the fucking Western market, let alone anything else.
Yeah. Plus, like I said, people are looking for on-the-go things. That's why the Vita sales have actually went up slightly, even though they went to 0 at one point. Now they're going up. Is because people go to work and come home right now. That's pretty much all they're doing. Because once it goes to a certain amount, they're going to close down the country again, and no one wants that to happen. So
it should close down the United States, but no, they don't want to close down the United States because people are going to bitch. And I'm like, if we don't close this now,
we can't close down. Do you not understand our situation? We are
we can't close down anymore. Really, now we're fucked.
We are fucked if we close down, because we don't grow enough for Americans to eat.
Yeah.
We don't farm enough for Americans to eat. We literally have to import so much goods and services from all nations that we've stopped producing as much as we should be producing. That's why we are fucked, and that's why we're in so much fucking debt. We're stupid.
Yeah.
We used to have a great job market, and we were actually at one point making a profit until everyone's like, oh, it's cheaper to do it this way and just import everything. We're fucked.
Yeah. Speaking of profits, if you look at the chart right here,
That is the messiest looking graph I've ever seen in my
yeah,
life.
that is the messiest looking
is.
graph I've seen. This
And I
shows the
also
units
think
in
is.
sales
We went to
within the first
AIA,
25 weeks of a console.
That's the
And
messiest graph we ever
this
seen.
is as
We
of
went
the
to AIA.
PS5 is 6 weeks in, and they only sold about 240K.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with this chart in any.
Who drew this graph? My niece?
Well, no, I want you to look at something. The PS4 is literally the second from the bottom at doing the worst out of all the other contenders up there.
Well, to be fair, the PS4 is not actually doing all that well in Japan. It does well. It's doing better in the Western markets than it is in its own market.
Very fair.
Yeah.
I guess this is actually more coerced through
Nintendo kind of owns Japan
Yeah.
currently.
Mhm. They're dominating Japan.
Honestly.
Japan gets all the alpha, so they really don't want to buy the. No, you're right. They definitely get more Nintendo stuff than Sony.
Yeah.
Nintendo's very very popular in its home region.
Yeah.
That's why Sony left Japan, in their headquarters. Like they have a headquarters, of course, in Japan, but their main one is in California now.
Yeah, aka California.
Yeah.
Because that's when all the poisoning happened, and that's when all the demands to censor Japan happened.
Yeah.
Happened to try to mess anime games up, only for them to totally fail.
But seriously, they need to clean up this graph, man. This is just disturbing to look at. Like,
this is hideous.
Like,
this is nasty.
Y'all had an aneurysm while drawing this graph.
They had that stroke, you know it. They were like
I said, we from AIA, and that chart looked exactly what a professional from AIA looked at.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
You're the one that drew the purple line because you were drawing it straight, and then you fell asleep, and then you drew it a little more, and then you fell back asleep.
You're totally.
Yeah, it's like a homework project you were trying to do, but then you conk out, and you wake back up, and this happens.
Permanent marker, so you have to play it off. So yes, this is
an homework project that went wrong.
This is my chart, and as you can see by this line, it was a steady and great slope for this product. But as you can see, this purple, it had a bump in the road, and see that tends to happen in these injunctions, and it's just
I get you one better. This is what happens when you have 5 papers to do, a project, and you also have to write a chart the next day. And you're running on 10 hours of sleep.
Now this is what you get when you're taking a stress. You've been up for 2 days straight, taking all your tests, doing everything right, and then the math problem is explain the difference between 2 and 3. This is what you get.
Yeah, but back on topic, this was honestly called for, and I honestly called this junk.
I mean, this has been they've been on decline in Japan since after the PS2. PS2 did really well in Japan. PS3 not as well. PS4 not as well, and I mean, like I said, now pandemic plus a lot of Japanese are getting upset at certain censorship things happening that they've never seen before.
Yeah,
it's been something that we would expect.
Yeah.
Also, it's the fact that Nintendo's killing it, not just because of the Japanese market. It's just because the fact that more because the Switch is also handheld and is also docked, and how Japanese culture, like, now a lot of people are at home, a lot of people are on the go, Even when they're at home, they still stay outside because they're still on the go.
Yeah.
And it's also like that fact too.
Yep.
Oh wait, actually, the reasons why this article thankfully listed. So aside the censorship and the double standards within it, and by double standards, yeah, apparently the well-dressed anime woman can't eat, and by well-dressed everything's covered up. Apparently she still can't exist, but pro golfer Abby can still get a hole in one and get a hole in one in graphic detail if you catch my drift.
No.
No, I don't catch the drift. What's up?
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to right now. Then. So going through this list, the PS4
You
launched
need
in
someone to be blunt? I can be blunt. Just tell me what you want me to say so I can say it. Send it to me in a message. I'll say
it. No, I'll say it. Apparently, Abby from The Last of Us 2 can get hit from the back by Neil Druckmann in graphic detail.
Okay, that's where you're going with it. Okay, gotcha.
But a well-dressed anime woman. But a well-dressed anime woman, she has to be censored somehow.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so they finally realized the double standard. Now you know how black people feel like.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. They haven't.
Yeah, it's on the list.
And now they
this stems up from the PS4. This stems up from the PS4 days. PS4 launched in 2013. Japan's release came afterward. But after Sony moved to California in 2016, after the fall of 2018, Sony implemented their own regulations on depictions in games, which have censored content aimed at Japanese users. The PS5 reveal video had no Japanese narration at all, which were their issues with the font used for the subtitles, as well as their Japanese translations. So there comes the alienation.
Then it was weird because I had saw someone who actually speaks fluent Japanese, and they were like, actually I think it was Nihao Gamer was talking about how some of the translations they had in the kanji didn't make sense to what the person was actually saying in English. I was like, Sony's a Japanese company. You think that they'd have the kanji, correct, because that's actually their language. But
yeah, but they're not Japanese anymore.
It's just weird.
Yeah. And then this one adds insult to injury to them. The confirmation button was changed from the O button to the X button in order to set a global standard, even though the X and O thing was culturally a Japanese thing. And finally, due to malfunctioning issues, the initial launch allocation for PS5 in Japan was barely above that of the PS3, preventing the system from reaching early adopters.
What were you saying, DC?
Oh, pretty much. This is a joke, but oh my god. Sorry, a Japanese company is becoming Western. That's what's happening. They're becoming more and more Western.
Yeah, they straight up ditched Japan for the West.
I mean, like I said, it makes sense why they're doing it. Yeah, it makes sense why they're doing it because they get more sales in the West than they have in Japan for years now, and this is before they even moved to California. So it makes sense why they're doing it, but it's just, I can understand why their home country is upset because it's like when you're messing up on subtitles in your own language, it just becomes kind of weird.
Yeah. Personally, this is the shittiest way to go about it. And they're paying the price for that
in English. Like it was in English, and there was no Japanese variant of it. So that was just weird to PlayStation users. They weren't used to it. Like, wait, I have no idea what these people are saying. They're looking at the subtitles. Like, these subtitles can't be right. They don't make sense.
And so now they're paying the price for that in the case of now they're paying the price for that in case of Japan and the West.
No. If I was like in Japan, like I would always say it's a little weird how they're double standard, like how Catherine gets censored for some stupid stuff, but you can let a whole sex scene in Last of Us go through. It is not even a tasteful.
It's far from that.
It's disgusting sex scene.
It's a really nasty sex scene.
It's a nasty, sexy.
Yeah.
And
It's
when it comes to
nasty
Catherine, when
and
it's
not the nasty that
Like
I'm used to.
It's made to be that, but at the same time, it's like, how can you not live by a standard that you set? You set up this standard and you failed to incorporate it into your own rules.
That's what I said. A double standard.
You're right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm just explaining what that is.
Now you know how black people feel. I'm just saying. We go through that shit every day. We don't. At this point, we just don't care.
So yeah, Sony. That's why people are mad. You know, kind of don't make your home country feel like, you know, second rate.
Too late. Way too late.
Ooh, this topic's funny.
Yeah, let's go to the next topic. Now we're on to the Microsoft-related news.
Yeah, Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo, but got laughed out of the room. This was funny. This was around the time of the Dreamcast
Yeah.
era.
This was in the production of the GameCube, wasn't it?
Yeah, Dreamcast era. And
This time 21 years ago.
They were talking to Nintendo and they were like, yo, so we like to acquire your company. You can make games for our upcoming console we're building. And the Nintendo execs just laughed at them. just laughed at them.
I want to know if they really didn't think that Microsoft couldn't buy them.
No, I think it's because they're looking at Microsoft had never made a console before, ever.
A successful console like that.
A console at all. Because the only thing they did was they helped the Dreamcast, and Dreamcast failed. So
yeah, and Dreamcast sadly failed. So
why would we sell to a computer manufacturer?
Why should we let you buy us? We are literally a monopoly in the game industry, pretty much.
And at that point, Nintendo was still number one. You know, them and Sony were still, you know, butting heads. They were still the big guys. But you know, because Sega had pretty much died out the console market, and Atari was non-existent.
Xbox had a drive back then because they were like, they really denied us. Okay, we're going to get back to them at their own game. Literally their own game, so they built a game console.
And that's how the Xbox happened.
Yep.
Now y'all know the story, how Xbox came to be, huh?
Someone needs to write a short anime parody of this. Just like, all right.
And please understand that the reason why Nintendo did something like this is because you got to understand that back in the day, it was supposed to be a PlayStation and Nintendo, and then they got screwed over by PlayStation, if you don't remember.
Yeah.
And I can see why Nintendo was like, yeah, we're not going to do it, buddy. And plus, you talk about like a company.
Also, you got to think about it. The last, you know, computer company Nintendo partnered with was Philips. What happened with the Philips console that Nintendo put games on? Yeah. So I can understand why they weren't looking at Microsoft. Because the last company they partnered with that did that stuff was Philips, and Philips didn't work. It didn't work. The 3DO, it didn't work.
Yeah, that definitely fizzled out.
Yeah, so it I mean, to be fair, this is probably a good decision for Nintendo because
it was because
whoever got the Wii or the Switch had they partnered with Microsoft.
Yeah. Also, they honestly had it coming.
I'm taking so much damage for fucking Hades. God damn.
Plus, I'm not sure if Nintendo games would be as good as they are had, you know, Microsoft.
They're definitely taking damage.
Yeah, and we see what happened to Rare after Microsoft acquired.
They took some more damage, but we're talking about that later.
Thank y'all for making Rare a joke, Microsoft. I'll never forgive y'all for that.
Thank you for making Rare a joke, Microsoft. Yeah. Good job. Yeah, I agree with you though. Like, I just want you to think, though, if Microsoft would have actually thought ahead and did exactly what Sony did, which is get like guaranteed you can only release this game on our consoles, they would have such a bigger name. They would be such a bigger brand than they are right now.
Yeah, too tough to find. I'll be alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, get fucked.
Whoa, don't take a bathtub, aren't you?
He just took a Hades-sized dump. I'm just
Wow.
Sorry. This is the first time he beaten the game.
Oh,
How you all kid?
oh, that's a nice picture.
All right, now we're on to the quick shot section where we're gonna just blaze through these 3 topics. We're just blazing through them.
All right. Koei Tecmo Europe forums hacked. Personal information reportedly leaked online. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my boy Ryan Pearson was over this article. Shout out to Ryan. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. See, this right here is what I be talking about, because this was all instigated through Twitter too. So yeah. Get rid of that website.
Yeah, definitely. Either get a new website or get rid of it.
You got hacked, bro. You got hacked.
Why do people keep doxing as their defense when they get angry? It just doesn't make any sense
at all.
But you know why? Girls showing
they
boobs?
have to apologize
No.
for things that are said because they were hacked.
Yeah,
they have to make a public statement saying, we're sorry our internet security, quote unquote, Twitter was hacked. So you got our personal information. It's the same script over and over again. If someone gets hacked and it releases personal information about someone.
Yeah, and now they're all screwed.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
Move on to the next one. This is just stupid.
King of Fighters 15 is slated to be released later this year.
No, thank you. Next.
It better be. I can't speak. It better be better than 14. 14 sucked so hardcore.
Can we just stop making them? Like, can we just
14 was so bad. I was like, wow. And it had so little content. Like, if y'all think Sword and Shield had no content, King of Fighters 14 had less than that. I was like, who made this?
I'm not a fighter game guy. Like, I like them every now and then, but I don't like fighting games.
It's fan like King of Fighter games are really fan service. Yeah. It's just nothing but.
Well, no, I mean, it's. I love King of Fighters. It's just 13 and 14 weren't good. 14 had nothing in it. It had nothing.
Wow. I'm fine with them, but I was just wondering. I really hadn't heard from them in a while until I saw this.
There was nothing to hear from. There was nothing in the game.
Okay, so nothing at all. How many characters were there?
Well, when it first came out, there was 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had DLC, and I think now they're at 22 or 23. I don't know.
Yeah, still no content.
It came out and they had 10. And I was done at that point. I was like, nope.
Still, 10 is very measly for that series.
Yeah, I was like, 10? Oh, no. I was like, I'm going to play Smash Bros. I'm playing even Street Fighter 5, man. Bro, come on now.
No consoles or systems are slated as of yet.
We already know. It's going to be PS5, Series X, probably PS4, and Xbox One, maybe Switch.
There's no picture of Mai Shiranui yet, but she definitely does not look like Soinu would accept her. So we may have to count that. We're definitely counting them out until further notice.
I just no. If this is actually good, I'll give it a chance. But 13 and 14, they me off so much. It was so bad. There was nothing there.
No one current year have a hard feeling that this is gonna suck.
And I'm a huge King of Fighters fan, and that 14 just left a bad taste in my mouth.
I'm sorry, I didn't play 14 because I had an Xbox and I didn't
Listen,
have the money to
bro,
buy a
you not playing
PlayStation.
14 is you playing 14. There's nothing in there. Okay.
I played more content than 14. I didn't even play it.
Finally, the last of the quick shot news. Today at No Shuckin' Fit. 10-year study found no link at all between actual player aggression and violent games like GTA.
So what you're saying is playing video games doesn't make you a violent person? It all comes down to personal choice? Who
Yeah,
would have guessed it?
yeah. Same goes with sexual content in video games. They don't make you actually sexually aggressive, just like the no-brains keep lying to you they are. And now we need a study for that.
No, they've done a study for that.
They've done multiple studies. It came back with no correlation, and people keep saying, including government officials, violent video games or violent content on TV is what makes these kids violent. Oh, what about the parents?
You know the first thing I would want to send this article to? There's a governor a couple years ago in, I believe, Texas or something, and he would always talk about how video games made people violent. This is the first person I would send that article to. Just be like, well, here's a 10-year study saying you're an idiot.
I know a bunch of people I'd send this article to as well.
I'd send it to Nathan Deal. I send it to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're like, violent video.
You know the response you get back?
The two bozos at that one church I visited.
False news. Fake news. Fake news.
They were especially no-brain to this subject.
Yeah, Westboro Baptist Church, I sent it to them. It's just, I'm tired of hearing this because I'm like, there is no data that supports any of that. There's never been.
Yeah, there's never been.
Since the 90s, there's just never been anything. And people keep seeing these studies and just say, well, see, you know what? No. It comes down to personal choice, to the environment they're raised in. If their parents do not raise them, they might not, get this thing where it's like a conscious, because sense is not common. You have to teach that. It's learned. If your parents never teach you anything, you don't learn anything.
The question is, nowadays, can you teach them anything without getting accused of being a horrible parent, being an abusive parent, being a disrespectful parent kind of thing?
Yeah, make sure your kids don't use social media until they're like 18.
Yeah, that's what I suggest too.
Gonna fly.
Oh yeah, that.
No, see,
Public schools have computers everywhere.
I think it's more of the issue. It's like parents get, now in today's standards, parents get looked down upon for disciplining their kids when they need to be disciplined. Now, I'm not talking about take a belt out and start beating their ass in front of the whole store. But if they're acting up, you need to definitely handle it. You need to, if it's a pop on the butt, good for you. But you don't take it to the extreme of like continuously beating them in front of people. That's called abuse.
My thing, and this is what I always do, is do not, like, as a parent, people are always gonna say stuff. You parent the way you feel is right, and you make your make sure that your kids have what they need, the knowledge they need, and the lessons they need. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says about you. Like, I mean, a lot of people might look at my parents and think how they raised me wasn't the best, but it's led me to be where I am now, where I'm not in jail. I don't have any a record or anything. So, at the end of the day, it speaks for itself.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what people think. Be a parent. Don't let there be any excuse why you don't want to be a parent.
Yeah.
Don't ever let there be an excuse why you don't want to be a parent.
Yeah, no excuses whatsoever.
You had the child, you take care of the child.
And if they found that Russian twerking contest back at Twitch, it's your fault. It's also your fault.
It's like, for this 10-year study, hang on. Before set for this 10-year study for the fact that there's no link to aggression to violent video games and stuff. It's been proven tons of times not to. Who's trying to look for a link in this? I just want to know who's looking. Seriously.
People who want to blame everything but themselves.
Yeah.
That and probably parents that want to blame for failing to raise kids properly.
Darkness, are you still there?
Yeah, Dark One hasn't spoken in a while.
Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom, so I was holding it in. So that's why I'm being quiet.
Dang, that was long bathroom.
Wow.
No,
Oh,
no,
wow.
No,
holding
I'm gone.
it
I'm
in.
gone. I left the spot. I'm
If you
still
haven't
waiting.
gone, go.
Yeah, you could have just announced us here.
You
I don't want
could
to let you guys
be
talking.
back in a second. And gone.
Literally everyone does this when they live stream.
Yeah, that's why I had muted myself earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I muted myself because my Wi-Fi is like terrible.
Yeah.
I had to
Also,
go
don't ever
take a
actually use the bathroom while on stream.
Yeah, just don't do it on stream. Don't have your
Don't
mic
take your
on
mic
while you're in the
into
bathroom.
the bathroom.
Because that's how some people seriously get destroyed.
Because that's how some people actually go to the bathroom, is they bring a controller with them that has their mic hooked up with them.
Yeah. Remember the remember the guy that was farting on stream, but turns out it wasn't a fart? Yeah.
I don't want to know what you're talking about.
The fact that, first, for violent video games, stop looking. There's no violence between Link. If there was a violence, they already would have found it, and there was already been a proper control for it. And then if there's like, there's no proper control for it, please stop looking. I'm serious, really.
Yeah.
Stop.
Safe to assume the same also goes for sexual content and other things.
Same goes for everything, but like I said, people can blame everything but themselves, and it's just easy to have a scapegoat. I mean, before games were as big as they are, they blamed movies and music. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
like you said,
you guys ready to move it?
Yeah, we can move it.
It's like, let's blame everything else but ourselves, pretty much.
Alright, this one's a game announcement, and no, this isn't a prank or anything. Tsukihime's remake will launch in Japan in summer 2021. This is not a drill.
Okay. On what consoles?
It's been confirmed for the Switch and the PS4.
Okay.
I couldn't care less, but
yeah.
I mean, I have some friends I know gonna be happy about that.
Yeah.
I know some friends with tissues I was gonna be happy about that.
Well, not too happy. Once again, this is a remake, and so far it's just for PS4 and Switch. So some certain scenes are cut out, unfortunately.
Well, it's gonna come to Switch, so that means they could take in the bathroom. Wink, wink. But
yeah.
So yeah, good for Tsukuhime.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for that.
I'm not getting it, but to the people who are, good for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for the original visual novel first, and then possibly contemplate on getting this. That's why I'm going so far with this one.
Yeah, like I said, you could take it in the bathroom. Wink, wink. Okay.
Yeah, just don't stream that, please.
Don't, yeah, you ain't know about DSP.
Or Mr. Tubin. His was a lot worse.
Oh, yeah.
I think that happened live TV, right?
Yeah. You're gonna get caught got slacking, man. You're gonna get caught jacking.
He forgot to turn on his camera and then started going to town. On live TV. Everyone else in the Zoom call was reacting. It was hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, he did get fired for it.
Sometimes you get pent up, you know.
Man.
Some days you just like, yeah, and some days you just like, I need some alone time. It just be like that.
Just don't do it on stream.
Oh, that was too funny. My man's eyes rolled back, bro. Oh,
Oh man, oh geez, camera's on.
I was like, oh man.
The only things that gonna top either of them is if they forgot to turn on the camera and they were having sets there. That's the only thing that's gonna top that.
Yeah, man, because my man sure was looking like an Undertaker, man. I was like, oh snap.
Yeesh.
Shouts to him though. But
Oh geez, the camera's on.
oh no.
Pretty much what it was.
So, oh wait, is it on?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it totally is. Got anything else to say before we move it?
No, we could move it. That was just funny, man. He looked like the Undertaker, man. It was crazy. His eyes rolled back in his head. I was like, whoa.
What type of thing did he do? He experienced tranquility. That's what happened.
I was like, what was he watching? I need to know.
I don't need to know. He got it.
No way. And on stream too. On stream too. Wow.
I was crying when I saw that clip. I was like, yo.
Yeah, on stream too. Wow.
Best, though, his future job endeavors.
Yeah, same.
Right, they're gonna hire him. But the leather pizza was bombing.
Now I have to. Yeah, I definitely have to go off share screen, or it won't, or the setup won't be right. The next one's on Sankaku Complex, and I have to cover part of the screen with. I have to cover part of the screen with the chat for good reason. If you remember One Angry Gamer, they're worse. Their sidebar is worse. Yeah, they do censor what goes on at the sidebar, but still, we're not chancing that.
Nigga was like, oh, the camera's on. Well, damn. just fucking that
in the background.
That's really what you I just.
Man. Alright, this time this involves Capcom. But we're gonna call them Crapcom from this point forward, or so says I would. They're pulling a Nintendo partner program back when they tried that and failed.
No, I know the terms of service they're doing. I know, like Maximilian went over it, and I saw the terms of service. I think one of them was like, if you're making mods or something, you can't sell them.
Yeah.
And if you're making lewd mobs, you can get in trouble for that. Like they have the right to take it down.
That's retarded.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Oh, thanks for actually getting the gist of it.
And you can't you can stream transformative content. They don't care. It's just the fact that if you're just like, let's just say if you just stream it without transforming, just straight streaming it through, you get in trouble for that. I just saw somebody on it. You can read it.
Yeah. However, here's the trip. They actually targeted the loot mods first and placed them under istaphobia to add insult to injury there. But also, personally, that's not going to stop. That's not going to stop the Myers whatsoever.
In all
The
Yeah,
weirdest thing
honesty,
is,
they can't
there's actually a
stop
streamer I
it.
used to watch on Twitch, and he got targeted. And his mod is more of a training mod, like, and that's all it does. And they just, Thanos him. And like, I can understand when you don't want to do mods that they make money off of, but when they just do mods that are just free and it's just to help people train, it's just weird when you Thanos them for no reason. It's like,
Yeah.
that doesn't go against the terms of service at all, but whatever. I mean, is their intellectual property, so just like Nintendo, they technically are in legal rights to do it, even though it doesn't make sense why they would.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
they're
they
taking
can
an
do it.
original
Doesn't.
game and adding their own twist to it. It's art.
Yeah, Capcom can do this. Doesn't mean they're not scummy at all.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
they can't.
it's legally in their rights, but it's just not something they really
Yeah.
should do. Because
I was gonna say that, like, legally they're in the legal right.
yeah,
to
legally
do it.
they're so when anyone saying this is illegal, it is perfectly legal. It's
Yeah.
100% legal.
Because technicality, we're not in the legal right because it's pretty much using their content and modifying it, and it says in their terms of service, don't do that.
Like, for example, the latest Resident Evil remake, making Jill far less ugly. Making Jill far less ugly than she was originally. Or in the case of Street Fighter V mods, the Decensor mods and
I don't
the other.
think she was ugly. I just think that she looked older, more like, and then the one that they was trying to go for was a little younger. Well, I said they should probably strive for a little younger because of her age. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
for story wise. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but that still didn't mean beating her with an ugly stick.
No, it was biased. It was biased. I didn't think that she was ugly.
I think the whole thing about it is that if you're going to create mods, modding can be a lot of fun. I haven't personally done modding, but there's a lot of potential with modding, especially in bigger AAA games, because they give you so much to work with, and it's always cool to look at it like that. I just wish they would have. What's the word? I wish they would have made it more
accessible.
Yeah,
for the mods to be in the game. Like, instead of having to go through a forum to download the mods and add the folder where it needs to be added, make it more of like almost like a Play Store. Like, here's the main menu, and do like an add-on, like fun add-ons. Try these mods today.
You mean like Valve does?
Kind of, but Valve is kind of, what's the word?
Dodgy?
No, they're assholes about it.
They're
assholes about it.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Like, Valve's main creator or whatever, I believe he's like, they had this team come in and promptly, like, was having an interview with him. Like, they were totally nice. They weren't asking him hard questions or anything. They were, like, following his day, but he was being a straight-up asshole for no reason. Like, I understand. You can be an asshole, but you don't have to be an asshole every second of the day.
You remember the little shitty ass program where it's like you can make mods and then you can sell your mods, but we're gonna take a huge cut. I want to say
you gotta take 60% of your cut on the wall.
Oh yeah, that's if they feature on anything like YouTube and junk.
The whole point of modding was to make it
I understand, but still.
Fun. Where's the fun in this?
None at all.
They're making money.
Yeah.
Especially getting copy struck. That's really bad.
Pretty much, like, yeah, they are having fun. They're making money. Well,
spoilers, I perfectly understand. And leaks, I definitely understand. But mods and other harmless stuff, no thank you.
They are having fun. They're making money.
And the following is Istophobia, yeah. You're not helping, Crapcom. You're not helping at all. That's all I've got here.
Yeah, and like I said, Capcom's just targeting pretty much nude mods, and if you do it, they have the right to take you down. Which honestly, it's like before, they have the right. They find you, and they know you're distributing it. They have the right to tell you to stop doing it. And I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with you doing that or anything like that. To be honest, for me, the only thing that it takes it a bit too far is the fact when they said you don't have the right to make money. Like if you're in the tournament and you're making money off the tournament and you're live streaming the tournament, you don't have the right to make money off that. I was like,
Sounds like Nintendo.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and also the fact that you can't. Technicality, you can't stream the ending to video games, but I don't think you can stream the ending by itself. But I don't know how they're gonna do that. Well, I'll let you see how they take it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just said.
How long do you think this is going to last?
How long did the Nintendo Creators Program last? Like 6 months? So probably like that.
Yeah.
No, last couple years, because even
that
when
thing did not
I'll
last
give
a
him
couple
1
years.
year.
They had that thing up there and it died almost as soon as it came out.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like three months at tops.
Yeah, I'll give him 1 year.
I'm not
and
even
please,
gonna, yeah, I'd
please
give
know
it
the
4
reason I
months.
said it's gonna last a couple of years. Well, I wouldn't say a couple of years, because this is Capcom. They're fucking stubborn. They're stubborn as hell. They're not more stubborn than Nintendo. No, Nintendo's just dense at this point. They're like, let's just say they're like a least likely Nintendo. Pretty much.
Yeah. We're actually in the censorship corner. I didn't announce it. My apologies.
Dang.
However, that topic was the only topic involving. That topic was the only topic that was actually on the griping part.
Oh yeah,
The
now I
rest
remember.
forward is nothing but pure win.
Oh, now I remember I wanted to say. If you want to redraw a character to fit any type of meme or anything, you can go ahead and do it. Just tweak the character a little bit. Just tweak it like just a bit.
Yeah.
And then you're legally in the right at that point.
Well, you gotta remember that. Yes, you're right that they have to tweak it, but it's like when you post an image online. If you went and photoshopped that image, but you use like 80% of it's the original photo, then they could still get you. I forget what the percentage is, but it's something you have to change a lot or change it enough to be its unique item.
Yeah, where it's considered transformative. Even still, they can strike it. The only way you can get it unstruck is if you went to court. You're not going to court with a big company. So usually you're just like, you know what? It's not worth it. Take it down.
Usually.
It's because here in the States, the copyright system is so broken.
Yeah, there's fair use laws and everything, but still, copyright is super broken.
It's just
it's like what we said earlier when that little kid, when he drew Mickey Mouse, he got copyright. His parents have to pay their royalties.
Yeah, Disney tried to sue his parents. And like,
hey!
That's just how broken it is.
I know our Constitution and our laws don't want to fix shit, so we're gonna have to stay with this broken.
That's because we have old people in office and they haven't aged with the internet.
Yeah.
What's the internet? Oh no.
All right. I'm ready to move it. Are you?
Yeah, let's move it or lose it.
Yeah. This was an evergreen article. It happened a while ago, but this is worth mentioning. Galgun Returns' Xbox One version got cancelled, mainly because Microsoft tried to censor the game. They tried to censor the game, and Galgun said no. Screw you guys, we're taking our game with us.
If you censor Galgun, it stops being the game it is.
Yeah.
The whole point of Galgun is you're shooting girls with pheromones. If you censor that, it's just a game where what? What were you doing?
You're
Yeah.
shooting them with pheromones.
They're shooting them with
But then
pheromones.
you just have the huge, big blocks of black solid squares.
Yeah, there's other etchy shenanigans in there.
Yeah,
No,
you know they
see, that's
you
how they're
shoot
gonna
them into
fix
their
it.
climax basically.
Yeah.
And if you take that out of the game, it's not the game anymore.
No, see, I have the perfect solution for their censoring thing. Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to have the black bars, right? But as they shoot them, they fill up with pink. The black bars go from black to being fully pink. And when they get fully pink, instead of moaning, it says complete. No sound.
It's still a sexy
Don't give him seriously. Don't give him ideas.
That's probably what they were trying to do.
Little guy.
Let me say it like this. There's nothing wrong with Galgun on the line. Yes, there is a big sex innuendo, but they don't show sex. That's where the crazy part comes in.
Yeah.
Since they don't show sex, then it should be okay. Even though they're like, it can be a sex innuendo, and the whole game of Catherine is a sex innuendo.
Yeah.
Literally, the whole game of Catherine is literally about a guy pretty much cheated on his wife with a demonic girl, and he's just having sex with multiple partners.
Wife to be.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, fiance.
We don't. Yeah, we don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it depends.
All right, and let's actually go through their message from P-Cube. From Christmas last year. Today, I would like to announce that they will no longer be releasing Galgun Returns for the Xbox family of consoles. As reimagined of the original Galgun, we want to strive to ensure that we stay true to the spirit of the first entry in the Galgun series, and while development of the Xbox version was complete and the Master ROM was under review, it became apparent that after a productive decision by Microsoft, that we would be unable to ensure consistency of experience across all platforms. As a result, we decided to refocus attention to Nintendo Switch and PC for the upcoming release of Galgun Returns. We understand that the disappointment from everyone who was looking forward to playing the game on Xbox One, and would like to thank everyone else for their ongoing support. Please accept our sincerest apologies for this change in the planned release. We hope you enjoy the Galgun experience on other platforms. We look forward to continuing working with Microsoft or other P-Cube releases going forward.
It's like,
Yeah.
And they don't want to do it.
people are gonna pay $50-$60 for on the Xbox, and it's gonna be the lesser version. So
Yeah.
it's good they just say, you know what, we're not.
Yeah, you know what? Screw you guys.
game-
We're taking our game to other consoles.
The point of the game is what you're trying to censor. You can't censor the core of the like. That's literally what the game's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just want no sex in this game. But the whole thing is about a sex.
But
The whole thing is a
Xbox
sex
has
joke.
plenty of games that have sex in them. It's so
Xbox, you got no games anyway.
Like,
This does not help your case. This does not help your case.
Like, I understand there's a morality issue with all the people nowadays, but guess what? If the morality issue is you're not making money, so you're punishing yourselves by not accepting good games. So what if it's a little pervy? There's a lot of perverts. You'll make money.
I don't
Yeah.
think you're helping your case.
Some
there.
games, yeah, a lot of games featured worse.
We literally just talked about a nasty sex scene that was released
Yeah.
through Sony.
And another game that was just released.
Sony's stupid.
And another game that was just released, you can literally customize your penis.
Oh.
Shells of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about Cyberpunk.
It's still messed up that the breast meter can't go past C, but still you can legit customize your penis.
Hey, Don, I lost that shit.
I got new skin unlocked.
Yeah, it's a separate. Shout out to that refund that I got, and I'm just gonna wait until Cyberpunk actually officially come on the PS5.
And now there's some crazy rumors that there was cut content on there and DLC already, but no thank you. We don't do rumors anymore.
Nah. Because the thing is, when they're found out false, then you have to do an update on that, and no.
Xbox.
Well, you don't want to
Pull
do a
your
double
act
take?
together and get
Nah, I'd
some
rather
things.
stick with news that
Yeah,
don't
no. And that's kind of part of how we got burnt out over the summer. So that was also why this season now not only his 2 Christmas specials, but also 2 New Year's specials, counting this one.
Yeah. We took a lot of breaks because there were just a lot of rumors. I'm like, I'm not doing a podcast on rumors.
Yeah, not anymore.
We saw how Weapon Wheel was reaching during that time. You saw that, DC.
I mean, it got so bad that the fact that a member got kicked out because of the fact that they felt like he was going a bit too extreme. Even though I felt like that your whole podcast was built off being extreme. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, it got wild. We're not trying to do that.
Man.
Found a little funny though when they did that though.
It was funny though. It was hilarious.
I would like to apologize. That's gonna be my apology video. I'm just gonna sound all robotic and sound like I don't care, and just still don't give a fuck afterwards.
All right. Before anything else, before we move on to the biggest event we have here.
Nah, go ahead. 2060
Yeah, just a
trackers
few.
and hackers blocked. Good job.
Yeah.
Ooh, good job on that wallpaper.
Don't worry, the audience can't see.
Yeah, I can though. Good job on it.
Oh, thank you.
The buck's their eyes, but not mine.
Mm-hmm.
You guys send me that later on, you know.
Understood.
Oh my god, I saw Nintendo's fucking. Oh, by the way, let me add one more thing to that Capcom thing. You know, in order for them to find out those new mods and all that stuff exists, somebody has to be looking for it. I want y'all to keep that in mind.
Oh yeah.
Someone has to be looking for it.
No, someone
definitely had to have been looking for it.
Someone must have been demanding it.
Oh wait,
demanding it or looking for it. Either way, somebody professionally had to look at that. I'm gonna let
yo DC. Before I forget this, guess what DC's mayor's name is?
What?
DC.
Muriel Bowser.
And then she's gonna be coming out there next.
Doug Bowser's like, no.
Oh no. Oh
it's
no.
Fake news. It's fake news.
If they decide to go with that idea, then oh no.
I did not know Bowser was a legit last name. I'm like, oh.
Apparently, Doug Bowser can only get away with that.
Yeah, I said because I was like, wait, DC's mayor is Muriel Bowser. I was like, Bowser's actual last name? That's crazy.
I'm not surprised. I really ain't.
And then Robin Williams, may God rest his soul. He had to name his daughter after Zelda.
Yeah, but to be fair, Zelda was a name before the game.
Oh,
and he just named her after the game. But yeah.
And to be fair enough, I'm so surprised that Nintendo never go up to Zelda and try to copyright her because of her name.
How dare your name be Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dog.
All right.
My name is Zelda. Not anymore. Cease and desist. You better change your name.
Uh-oh, one more touch-up. We need another visual. We need another visual for this one.
Ooh,
we need the special visual for this one and the final topic.
Uh-oh. Yo. My
yeah, it's that big.
Yes, out of itself.
It's that big, and I've been wanting to get to this. Let's hear it. So
I made an oopsie. Oh yeah, the Nintendo thing on how games are, and well, in this case, they're mad that some people are making their girls sexualized, and this is like a family-friendly console. Even though I'm like, I know The Witcher is on here, and The Witcher has a full-blown sex scene in here, right?
Let's
You can
stop
have
right here.
multiple,
Let's
depending on who you choose.
stop right here and just get to the title. Top Hat Studios categorically refused to censor a cyberpunk ghost story after false information spread and so many death threats. And all that crap happened because their main characters were extremely beautiful and extremely buxom. That's why Twitter threw a fit.
I think he meant busty.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You said butsome. I'm like, what? What the hell is
butsome? Is also busty.
I feel like you made up that word.
No, Reddit actually uses that word, but I haven't heard anyone outside of Reddit ever use it. So,
I use the common language of English and not any other thing, and I'm gonna just say I never heard of that fucking word in my life.
Get on Reddit more, or don't.
No,
Reddit's trash too, like Twitter. But
let's quote on this article, but we also have their tweets over there. But that one's the update. Yeah, we'll just use that one here.
Well, beautiful women, they're busty, makes the internet upset. What else is new?
Oh, snap.
Go get laid. That's all I gotta say. Just go get laid.
Yeah, let's read this whole quote. With the recent news of Sense, a cyberpunk ghost story coming to Nintendo Switch, we are aware of a large amount of messages and demand aimed toward the game's console platform release based on total lies, claiming it's explicitly pornographic and somehow encourages violence, or most ridiculously, somehow breaks the law. Furthermore, voices have attempted to advocate making sale of the game untenable through demanding harsh censorship aimed towards the developer's art style, with extra review bomb the game or harass its distributors. In addition, we have received death threats from those who feel threatened by what essentially boils down to an aesthetic decision on how pixels are arranged on a screen. While disappointed at these behaviors, we are certainly not surprised. But let's be clear on this. We will not censor the game because of self-centered crowds who care solely about grandstanding. We categorically and absolutely refuse to restrict creative expression. Creators should be allowed freedom to express themselves, particularly when it is an expression of the subcultures they have been immersed in. As a cyberpunk game, Sense uses imagery and themes related to a future of hyper-commercialized, over-commodified imagery as part of its cyberpunk theme and inspiration. This is reflected in all character designs. With that said, we expect that this is lost on those that attacking the developer for being so-called harmful and somehow inflicting violence and pain. Those who believe words or images inflict violence should perhaps stop spurting their own hateful false rhetoric and also cease condoning death threats to those they disagree with. We reject any and all the aforementioned brazen characterizations of the game and would like to reiterate our principles against tampering with creators' expressions. We'd also like to reiterate that this game is rated ESRB-M, which is 17+, /PEGI 18. This is not an adult-only rated game, nor have any laws been broken whatsoever, as some social media commenters have ridiculously claimed to have their biases. The game's rating reflects on the target audience, and yet this fact is lost on those who have been led by a will to blindly crusade against these false perceptions. Once again, since it's rated ESRB-M 17/PEGI 18, the game has been released as planned, and without censorship, on the 7th of January 2021 for the Nintendo Switch, which is basically all ready. It can be pre-ordered and preloaded now on the Nintendo eShop if you didn't do it already then. The game shop has passed QA on other platforms, and release dates are being decided. The game will not be censored. We categorically refuse.
You know what? They deserve a hand clap.
A developer that stand their ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with this game. Nothing that they need to do with it. They had sent it out to the ESRB and to PEGI, and those rating systems who get paid to do this rated it M and Peggy 18 respectively. Why then does the internet, Twitter, think that it has the right to tell them what they can and can't do?
No.
Yes.
Let me summarize
Wait.
pretty much what Menno said. Let me summarize this whole article. It says, hate the girls how they look. Go get some pussy. Leave us alone. Hate the game that's immature. Who gives a fuck? There's a lot of immature games on Switch. Leave us alone. Hate the game in general. Don't play it.
You weren't gonna buy it
Put it this way.
anyway.
We ain't changing. We are artists. Fuck you.
Mm-mm.
Good for them.
Go get stuffed.
Finally, some game developers are like, yeah, fuck you guys. Stop trying to change our shit. If you don't like it, go find something else that you will like.
Go play some. You was not gonna play it anyway, so go play something else.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games on the Switch.
Here's some stuff in addition to what. Here's some stuff in addition to what they did after sending in that statement. After sending that statement, apparently even some bigwigs decided to harass them with death threats and far worse.
Oh,
So they decided to bring out the receipts. To Top Hat, quoting Top Hat, we originally did not want to make this post this and not actually incite a search for these posters or cause further fights. However, there are now industry adjacent people slandering and gaslighting us as liars. So we compile a sampling from Twitter, Facebook, and email. Skepticism is healthy in this industry, but it's not universally applied. Not only were many of these comments actually findable in under 10 seconds to verify, but many curious individuals seem to have a bad interest in slandering us as lies because of their connections. We don't blame people for being skeptical, but keep this energy towards other claims. This isn't a marketing campaign. The game released 5 months ago originally on Steam. This was a preemptive response to what we saw as a rising ridiculous spread of lies and slurs aimed at us. We can play schematics, but if you can't understand why a response to such is needed, you're being willfully obtuse. We couldn't let false, hateful info spread. We also wanted to reinforce our stance against creative infringement. It certainly got bigger than we expected. With that said, we appreciate sincerely the overwhelming support, really. As we said, we did not want to make this post, but we aren't going to allow people to spread lies any further. No rest in those with a bad interest in calling us liars. We aren't changing censors' content.
Hey, can you go back up to 3 of 5?
Yeah.
The picture 3 of 5 real quick, or scroll down to it.
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with scantily clad women. There's something wrong when people are talking about, people who are forcing scantily clad women to
yeah, this one's really huge.
Actually,
I read the bottom one. It's like, hi, could you give me the name of your contact at Nintendo?
No, man.
Hi, I'm a red flag. Hi, I'm a red flag. Would you like to talk?
This ain't on Nintendo. This ain't on Nintendo. This is Top Hat, and Nintendo actually doesn't mess with third party anymore. They don't censor from third party anymore. They normally do that. If they were to do that, it always ends up being first party, not third party. This game is obviously third party.
I'm just not understanding what happens with these death threats. It's like, for example, me and Hansat, we've had disagreements and stuff. Imagine I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna dox your information, and you know what? I'm gonna tell people to come to your place. Like, what did you gain out of that? Tell me. What did you just gain? What was
It'd be like me telling Epic, I hate the fact that you like the Sonic franchise, and I'm just going to tell every non-Sonic, anti-Sonic franchise people to come to your house and beat you up.
Wow.
Why?
Yep.
Like, people that know me, I claim that I hate Sonic. I don't hate Sonic. It's a good character for all purpose reasons, but it's not my favorite character. I grew up with Mario more than Sonic, so that's why I prefer Mario.
Yeah, same.
I love Mario. I just hate the Sonic fanboys, and I hate the Mario fanboys.
I don't
hate the characters. I hate the fan base.
Yeah.
I hate the super fans. Let's get that clear.
I'm
And if you're
I'm
a
extremely
super
glad
fan-
Top Hat did this.
So am I. Good
Yeah,
for them.
this actually ended up making me buy the Steam version.
This makes me want to apply to them.
Yo, I'm gonna apply. I'm going ahead and buy this game just because the fact they didn't back down. I gotta support that.
Yeah.
Straight up gonna buy it right now.
I seriously bought the Steam version while it was on sale.
It's like $1, wasn't it?
Couldn't even pay full price for it. Yeah,
This one ain't full price.
I know.
But still, I had to get it anyway.
There's your credit card information.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Because,
I make sure to cover all that junk.
I'm not good with psychological horror, and that's just not my shtick. Actually, I
Yeah,
might
it
get
is psychological horror.
Oh yeah, psychological horse. Oh,
I
my
I might get it just to test myself on psychological horror.
Mm.
Yes, if they didn't know, yes, it is a horror game.
Yeah.
Not a horror game, a horror game.
Yeah. Let's top off this top off this Sunday.
Pause.
If you guys allow me to, let's top off this Sunday. Pause. The game itself called it at the top of the game.
Oh yeah, they're gonna start selling
Yeah.
Mario 35th collection this year. Yep, sorry, get your copies now. Mario 35th anniversary.
Yeah, before April.
Yeah, before April. Darn it! Wow.
If you
There
want
we
to know
are.
how it plays, like with the experience, just get all the ROMs from the games and just play it off with Dolphin Emulator. Don't do it. I didn't tell you not to do it or to do it.
The new volume of NetDriver K comes out in a few days. The professional complainers routinely harass the mangaka because the over-the-top fan service and impossible proportions. Saddest part is, this lot minority never actually puts their money where their mouth is. Once they get their way, target destroyed, new target found, cycle continues. Good job on the Top Hat for breaking the cycle.
Good job
because
for
like
making it part of
people
their game.
complaining. Go ahead.
Nah, that's my comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, the people complaining we're gonna buy the game. They never buy the game. I don't know why these companies always bow down to people. I'm so happy these guys didn't.
Yeah.
Because they weren't gonna buy the game.
Seriously, can go online and
Yeah.
see if Top Hat has any job openings right now.
Mm.
And even still, why do y'all care? So some things just like, this is the reason why I said like some people just trying to be Captain Save Hoes because either Captain Save Hoes are just like, we're pro women.
Wait, Sarah Cockrell Estival versus only $269? I might get that on PC. Go ahead.
No, that's just the DLC pack I got.
Never mind. Sarah Cocker's code. Never mind.
That's just the DLC packs I got mid-sale. I own both Estival versus and Peach Beat Splash in case of Steam.
All I'm just saying is, let people make whatever game they want to make. Stop trying to boycott them just because, if the girls like have a busty size or not. Why are you even looking at that? Mind you, if you don't like the game how it looks, then don't play it. That's all you have to do.
If you don't like it, just leave it alone. How about that?
And if you hate porn, then just don't go look at porn.
Yeah.
Like is that simple?
Unless something extremely illegal is happening in real life, then don't do anything at all.
And I bet you the game is probably good, but y'all just didn't give it a chance.
Yeah. I actually played some of it so far. It actually is good.
So you playing it while we're on the podcast?
No, I did play it last night.
Okay. Oh, Metal Slug is $3.99 on the Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Hit that up later on.
Yeah, and the game made it to the Switch without a problem. Thank goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, the people who are actually upset about this, I want you to reevaluate your life and ask yourself, am I really upset about ones and zeros on a video game? And if the answer comes back yes, go check yourself into somewhere. I don't care where, just somewhere.
If you're upset about inanimate objects or lines on paper or illustrations, the problem is you, not any of those things. It is your fault.
Like I said this whole entire time, if you don't like a game, just don't play it. Just play something else. And if you're curious about it and you're just like, I don't think it's for me, give it a try. And if you don't like it, give it a try. If you don't like it, then delete it. It's that easy.
I mean,
it's that simple.
just that simple. I don't
Yeah.
understand. Oh, also, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant. Pokemon Home is one of the trashiest apps I've ever seen in my life.
That UI is
Yes,
atrocious.
thank you.
I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
I can give you a
Okay.
tutorial. I can give you a tutorial.
I could barely do it. I could barely transfer Pokemon to the main games.
I was transferring from my 3DS from Pokemon Bank to home to Switch, and it just, I didn't know what was going on. I said, "Oh, you have to do this. Then you have to do this. Oh, then you have to sell your firstborn child." I don't know.
And those microtransactions.
So for those who doesn't have Pokemon Home, what you have to do if you're trying to get a game, try to get a Pokemon for 3DS, all the way to the newer generation is you need. First off, you have to go to Pokemon Bank. If y'all don't know what Pokemon Bank is, it's this app they created to transfer Pokemon. It's the exact same shit you needed for home. It's pretty much that Game Freak doesn't know what they're doing, of course. So they have two apps that you can transfer Pokemon, but you have to transfer it to Bank, and then you have to transfer from Bank to home. And if you have a Pokemon Go account, then you could just transfer it to home right from there. But if you have it from 3DS, you have to transfer it to Bank, and then you have to transfer from Pokemon Bank to home. If you don't have Bank, they have a free trial, but other than that, it's $5 a year, I believe.
God.
And if you do the limited version, the free trial, it's also limited too. So good luck. So fucking good luck.
I didn't do Pokemon Bank with too much of a hassle. Pokemon Home and Pokemon Go, confusing as hell. I didn't know the hell I was doing. After that, I came like think 2 hours. Like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
I was transferring my Lugia. I got from Pokemon freaking Go. They say, oh, you can transfer that over to Pokemon Sword and Shield. The hell you mean? I should have to have 2 Lugias in my game. I'd be that damn that I cannot have my Lugia in my game. I would go to this Game Freak and about to say I'm freaking the hell out. Why can't I have my Lugia in my game?
And real quick, sorry to cut y'all off. Sorry, but real quick, if you have the phone version and the Switch version, here's where the things get confusing. Both the phone version and the Switch version do two different things. One actually can get the games straight from the console, while the other one can only get certain games from Wi-Fi. It is fucking stupid. One can get like mystery gifts events, while the other one can get the game straight from the console. So the Switch can get it straight from the games from the console, while the phone you can only check it and get Pokemon events through the phone. It is confusing, but it is the way they did it, and I'm not really supporting that way because it's just stupid.
Yeah, it really is stupid.
Yeah. Game Freak doesn't know what to do when it comes to transfer Pokemon. I feel like please don't pay money for them to try to transfer your Pokemon. I think all this shit is a scam. I really do think that transferring your Pokemon.
I can't trust my Pokemon because the steps I just got tired. I said, you know what? Screw this.
I can help you out if you need help because I understand it. I just think all this shit is a scam.
Nah.
That's why I don't really
do it. Scam.
That's why I really don't do it every year, or I don't even do it at all because I know this shit is a scam.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Pokemon, Jimmy? Well then, pay us money.
Yeah, I know it's a scam. That's why I don't do that anymore. Game to games was enough.
Like, one, you're already kind of segregated the games into two separate content. It's a monopoly all of its own self. But two, I wouldn't say a monopoly, but I would just say it's a anti-consumer practice in its own self. And now you're saying in order for me to get my favorite Pokemon from the old gens I used to play, I have to pay a fee? That's not cool.
I want to make a game that's all in one. Just have all the Pokemon all in one big giant game and have 3 brand new Pokemons every single time in one game. It lasts a good damn year. That's it. Now all they extra
I
BS.
know what you're talking about, but that'll never happen because that would make them lose money.
I
Like they're
know.
Yeah, they
got people
definitely lose money.
They are a
Yeah.
company.
I mean, I understand that. Just make the UI easier to use. It's really bad. It's really bad.
I can help you out if you need help. Like,
I mean, I'm sure you could help me out, but that doesn't change the fact the UI is really bad.
oh no, it's awful. They should like when you click on the screen, the UI should have 2 buttons. Well, 2, not 2, but I think 3. One for settings, one for Pokemon Bank, and when like all of your Pokemon in the system, go to the system. I'll show you I'll make a diagram and I'll show it to you tomorrow or later.
Yeah,
if I
it's
have
just
to.
it's really bad. But yeah, we can move on to the next topic.
Yeah, this one's the last one.
I had to speak on that because Pokemon Home is bad. It's just
Yeah,
bad.
this is the last one. And ironically, this is on topic with Pokemon in general.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Oh yeah.
ever slept? Yeah, ever slept under a Gengar's mouth?
Pause.
Yeah, you can now put your head in Gengar's gob with this new Pokemon sleeping companion.
No.
Check out that 5 foot tongue. Pause.
Well, let's be honest. This shouldn't be a Gengar. This should be a Lickitung.
They really missed their chance on that. But yeah, you can sleep in Gengar's mouth.
Yeah.
Either that or a. Let's see, who else would be a good one?
Yeah, actually, they actually should have did this with Gigantamax Gengar. He's mostly mouth. Pause.
It's nice to hear what they're doing with the customers' money. It's nice to hear.
Let's see.
What is this?
Why
Dude's
did
on
they-
his knees. Pause.
Why did they make it like that? See, I'd
that
rather
tongue
it be more like a sleeping bag where once you pull it out, you could like climb inside the top of the tongue, and then you have that headrest part. But that can't be comfortable.
Mm-mm.
Wait, this is Bandai?
Yeah, Bandai did this too.
Nice.
What type of weed were they smoking?
It's $250.
I want to try the shit they smoking. I really want to. What type of
They must have smuggled some
Looks like
the
he's
good
under
crap.
a pink surfboard.
Yeah. Yo, this is funny.
Mhm.
Have
It
you
was
ever
being sold
looked
around.
at the
It was
game?
being sold for
$250 US.
No, it's actually 251 US dollars and 256.
25,950 yen in Japan, 250 in case of America.
Pretty much 1 yen is almost like 1 penny in America. There is a conversion rate of like .3 or something.
Wow.
Oh,
But
gosh,
it's-
I want to go to Japan.
You're paying $250-ish to sleep in Gengar's mouth. Pause. See, this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. Whatever weed you got, Bandai, I like to get some of that. Just a little bit.
Also, Bandai, you're not really a big person, so yeah, if it's that small for you, it's not going to be big enough for someone my size.
Well, yeah.
Definitely not.
Japanese audience mostly, so 5'5" is, average height.
5'5" is average height. Me, I'm just Godzilla.
No, I mean, even in America, average height for a dude is bigger than 5'5".
Yeah.
This is Japan, so...
Boy, this is the internet.
I'm literally a foot taller than their average height.
Yeah, so...
I'm like
Yeah.
5'11". Like I'm not that tall, but I'm like medium sized.
Yeah. I'm 6'1", so 5'5" is not going to do it for me, but,
That's
who decided this was a good idea? I'm just
Yeah.
okay.
I'm sure it's cheap.
Well,
to
it
make,
definitely
but,
sold out.
But
Oh,
see, I'd
definitely.
rather like the tongue been like a sleeping bag where it's like you can actually crawl in from the top of it, and then it'd be warm. But
Hey, Epic.
Yo.
Curious Kids is gonna have a field day with it.
Oh, yeah.
When they reach that
Definitely.
kid's age, they're gonna have that. They're gonna have a fucking field day with it.
Yeah, I don't wonder what that tongue do though.
By the way, here's an image of Gigantamax Gengar.
I know what Gigantamax Gengar look like.
I mean, I know what what it looks like. It's just weird that
He looks dumb.
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
Like I said
just
before,
weird that
literally
they
most
made
of him is mouth.
They made a way of you sleeping inside a Gengar. It's just weird.
Well,
what?
no. What's weird is that they decided let's just make him, like he said, it's mostly mouth. Like,
Bro, hang on. Y'all see that portrait right there where the guy is just bending over.
Does he? He's
Yeah.
on his
He's on his knees.
no, I want you to look at the dead
Guess he's
pose
been
of him
practicing.
holding
I
the
guess he's
surfboard.
practicing.
He's holding
he's on
the surfboard.
there too.
He's holding the surfboard, but he looks dead.
Oh, the top picture.
No, like go back down to him holding the surfboard. Now erase the surfboard, put a coffin underneath him. Tell me the difference between the dead and him.
Since I got a Bella Delphine, you might have something on the internet.
Yo, Belle Delphine's gonna buy this. So
You know what's that? She might well.
This is definitely in her character.
she's definitely gonna buy this. And be like, rise up, gamer boys! I want to be in Gengar's mouth.
I'll be like,
No,
for the first time ever, I have never been happy. For the first time ever, I have never cared about an OnlyFans, but I never gave a fuck more than. I have never not given a fuck.
Yeah.
I think she ever since that to not to have it. I'll be happy that I won't have an OnlyFans.
I still didn't expect her to actually do porno this time. Yeah, she actually did it.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
Twitter leaked it.
I'm not surprised. At some point, she was gonna do it.
Well, yeah, she's smart. She realizes her fame is dying, so she just cashed in all at once.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, because she got an OnlyFans, and she like the way you can see is to my OnlyFans. At the exact same time, like me and my friend talking about it, why would you want to pay a girl getting nailed where there's porn out for free?
Yeah. And that's not even the worst part of it. The worst part of it, I think this is still a rumor. I hope to God it's still a rumor, but apparently she was selling the condom that was used.
Oh no, that's not a rumor. She actually is doing that.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Remember the big her bathwater? She was selling her bathwater, and people was actually trying to drink it.
Wow!
You asking people why did people storm the Capitol? Because of this shit.
Wow!
This is a sad day in the world.
This is why we call this clown world. Crap like this.
For the first time ever in my life, I just probably gonna move to Canada and just stay there.
Canada's not my target, but I'd move further. I'd move further.
And fade out.
Was it RIP? Was it? Crap, I forgot his name.
Go ahead, send that to me, Minos. You know.
Understood.
Yeah, but yeah.
This is my background picture in case the audience was wondering.
Did we talk about that?
You said what?
Did we talk about RIP to Doom?
Are you MF Doom?
Oh man, why did I forget that? Oh, he was awesome.
Apparently, he did some songs from Boondocks, and at that point, you just gotta, yeah.
More sounds for MF Doom.
Yeah, just RIP. I hope they're not trying to bring back Boondocks. It's
I agree. Yeah, we should just leave Boondocks alone at this point, or it's gonna fall into the trend of really horrific remakes.
Well, yeah, I mean, because John Witherspoon is gone, God rest his soul. So I mean, it's like, who's gonna be Grandpa?
No, that hurt. When he passed away, that kind of hurt. Because he was in a lot of stuff. He was like the dad in Friday. He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Grandpa is far too iconic to replace at this point. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, and this is also a rumor, but it's it's also a rumor. We're not confirming or denying anything. It is what it is. The new Switch, well, a Switch prototype got leaked. Was it a Switch prototype or was it just a rumor about what's the new Switch is
Well,
going
a
to have?
Switch prototype was leaked, but it was
Yeah.
a leak of something that they might be working on.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of schematics. Because they basically what happens is companies they make these schematics and blueprints, and what they do is they just copyright it and trademark it. Just so if they do use it, it's theirs. They don't. Most stuff they copyright and trademark aren't stuff they actually use. They just do that in case they do in the future.
Yeah, it's like an idea, more like this quote unquote Switch Pro or Switch 2, whatever you want to call it, it's going to have an OLED screen. They say it's going to be a 4K panel, but they're not sure it's going to be a 4K panel. It's a question mark, but they say it's going to do 4K and docked. Did they say it was going to be a better dock? They was going to focus on a better dock that can help it.
Yeah, it said better dock, but I don't know what that means because it didn't explain what a better dock is.
And it's slightly more powerful than Switch.
A better dock sounds kind of like something where it would make it easier to charge or transition. So, like, you know how the Switch, you plug it up to your main TV and it just start playing on it or whatever. You put it into a charging dock. So, I'm wondering if it's going to be like one of those where it's like, now you can just snap it in, or it just slides in and it won't fall out if it's knocked over or something.
Or they make it more secure so it won't fall out or something.
Yeah.
Get rid of the Joy-Cons or fix the Joy-Cons because the regular Switch has Joy-Con drift. Like I said before, a long time ago, make the Switch slightly more powerful so you can play these games. It's gonna cost up the price, but like I said, people will pay if the games are there. If the Switch is it's Nintendo. Anything Nintendo sells, I swear to you, that's Nintendo.
DC. What I need them to do. What I need them to do more than anything else, more than graphics, more than anything, give us more memory. What is 32 gigabytes?
Not enough.
Not enough at all.
There's games on Switch that take up more than the memory the Switch gives you.
Yeah.
You want the cloud version? You want to play the cloud versions of games? Because
no, I want them to give me enough memory to save my games on the Switch.
It's not enough memory at all.
I want them to make the Switch. I want them to make the Switch more powerful. Goodness,
you need an SD card with a terabyte in it.
No, because the problem is DC. What they're gonna do is they're gonna make the Switch more powerful, but still only give you 32 gigabytes. So then, the game's gonna. You're still not gonna be able to put no games on it. They need to just release. Yo, let's put more memory in this.
Do you think that in order?
Oh,
I want
you broke up on us.
That Infinity War, or Infinite Warfare, is 100. The most gigabyte game. I searched up what is the largest game file size. 10 biggest PC games by file size. Number 1 is Quantum Break, with 178 gigabytes. So if you take your 32 gigabyte Switch, how many Switches would you need for that? Just that one simple game.
I'm guessing 4 to 5.
You would need 5.5. So you would need 6 technically.
6 switches for one game. See, that's why I say with DC, they need to make it more powerful, but they also just need to increase the memory, because I have a sneaky suspicion they're gonna make a Switch that's more powerful. But look, it can hit 4K, but it's only gonna be 64 gigabytes.
Oh yes, either 64 or 124 or 128.
And we won't be able to put anything on it.
But see, I think what they need to do with their dock station, and this is my idea, and if Nintendo, you use it, I'm suing you. They need to take the dock station and make it like an external hard drive. So let's say you want to have games. So you have it, and then you can go and like, all right, I want Zelda on here for the first time. So you download Zelda, and then as you're close to your dock station, it should connect to a wireless external hard drive. So then but if you want to take it outside the house and play it on the road, you just switch which game you want to. You have to have that one loaded to your Switch. Like
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Is that how the Switch works or no? Because I don't own the Switch.
Well, I got a Switch, and as soon as I play Hades, the dock is nothing but a plastic that can connect to your TV. Honestly, it's like a big lunk of plastic.
So yeah, they could easily turn that into a hard drive for the Switch with really nothing, and they just need to have it where it's like you can transfer data between it. That way, when you want to go on the go, you're like, okay, yeah, let me download Zelda real quick, transfer, cool, going out, play Zelda, come back. Now I want Smash Brothers, and do that.
Let me just say like this: the Switch got so fucking lucky that the way it sold it did. Because if you think about the value of what you got from the Switch, it's lesser value than an Xbox, but it's much more. I would say. Epic? Can I say much more desiring because of it's.
Well, essentially, you're getting two consoles in one. You're getting a home console and a handheld, which is what it marketed itself as, which is why I said the Switch Lite didn't make sense, because it takes away what the Switch is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I called it the little Switch that couldn't.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people like it, but I'm like, it takes away because of, like, the Switch Lite is just portable, but the whole point of Switch is portable and home.
Well, see, I think what this Nintendo did is they looked at. I honestly don't know which one came out first, the PSP or the DS. I think it was the PSP.
That was the DS. DS came out first. PSP came out second to rival the DS, and the PSP did amazingly. And while the DS did, like, don't get me wrong, DS did amazingly too. But the PSP, I think PSP outsold DS at one point, but DS kind of outsold it in the end because
DS has like 15 different freaking versions of itself, so not hard to sell out when you have like 15 versions of yourself.
It's just also the fact that the first DS that came out didn't have a backlit screen. when the Game Boy Advance SP and Game Boy, was the Game Boy Light? I think it was that. Had a backlit screen and the micro, but the DS didn't have one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
what type of crack was they smoking?
Crack.
So yeah, the PSP though. The cool thing about that was like they were the first one, I want to say, to integrate mobile handheld games to integrate with the consoles, because you could use it for your PlayStation 3 as a controller.
I mean, the Game Boy Advance kind of did that with the GameCube with a few games. So
that's why I love. It's like GameCube's like best-selling console ever made. But go ahead, sorry.
Not really, but yeah.
We all have our bias.
Yeah, we have our bias. I ain't dissing yours.
Also, the GameCube could technically be portable too, because it had that whole, you could buy a screen attachment for it.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I feel like the GameCube should have been the first Xbox, honestly.
Well, if
Microsoft had their way, it would have been.
Yeah, that's if Microsoft had their way.
Oh yeah, now by the way, the GameCube was you remember GameCube was more powerful than the PlayStation. It still felt, and that's why they don't really like to do the whole power thing anymore.
Oh yeah. I mean, N64 was more powerful than PS1.
Yep.
even though when they made the GameCube and it was like, oh, this is the best power ever made, and
because the wiring was genius. It was the wiring for Nintendo 64 was genius. Like they did. The cool thing about a 64 and why it's very hard to copy, like even if you know the exact parts you need, use the way they did the wiring and how the battery runs is you have to have a certain amount of volt and amp to run through the system to complete the circuit. Because what most consoles do is it's like, okay, you put 8 volts in and 8 amps come out and kind of thing. What the 64 did though is it had even an odd number to come in and out so it worked properly.
Here's
Mhm.
here's the thing about that. Every time Nintendo go powerful, they always do one stupid ass gimmick that's just gimps the whole system. Like
Yeah.
it was more powerful than PS2. What was the problem? It couldn't play regular DVD discs because you had to like you couldn't play regular DVD disc. They have to put all their memory, all that stuff on that small ass Game Boy Advance, well, not Game Boy Advance, GameCube disc, which by the way didn't have that much memory as a regular DVD file, and that kind of gimped it. The Nintendo 64, what was the problem? The problem was exactly what it is. I think it came out a bit where people's already switching.
Well, the
Where
problem
people's
was
already switching from
cartridges, and cartridges couldn't hold as much as CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the problem with how both of those consoles failed is because Nintendo just didn't want to use CDs, and it took them a long ass time to realize, yo, CDs is a fad. But in Japan, since Japan is behind the times, it was gonna happen. And by the way, my internet is just acting up. It'll kick me off and reconnect and kick me off and reconnect. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Now we're back
Mine
to
is in the red,
Now
so
we're back
let's
to
go ahead and end this
cartridges.
before it shuts me off. Because right now it's doing a loading screen, and this thing's about to shut me off.
Oh. Yeah, we'd better end this then.
Yeah.
This is honestly super fun. Many thanks, you guys.
Yep, our first podcast of the new year. So glad everyone could join us.
Except for Suko and
Junk
Nicole, and I
already
don't
on
even know if
fire.
Suko-
Sorry.
I don't even know
About
if Suko
next
will
week,
ever join us on a podcast.
Next time we do a podcast, we'll have a couple topics and then we'll just have like nonsense. We'll have the nonsense. Just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, especially there because the next one is the last of the season. Since every season is 26 episodes, and we start saying that one from season 2 forward when I start getting new gear and junk.
I need to get some new internet gear because the internet's abysmal. We need to talk internet and how we
You
can
have
fix
Spectrum
it.
too?
Yeah.
No, I got AT&T.
Oh Lord.
And then my mom was talking about we have fiber. We don't have fiber. I can tell if I already knew. He says I can tell what fiber and regular internet is. I know what's the difference. Just don't lie. Like don't lie to me. I know what the difference is.
Don't talk to me, Mama. I know how internet works these days.
Talk about we do have fiber. No, we do not.
No, we do not.
You're lying, Ma.
I can personally go get fiber myself, and I can go pay for it. But Mom was like, it makes no sense to just get two different internets and all that stuff. Pretty much in a way, when your mom is like, please don't waste no money. Please don't waste money on nonsense. We could just use this one.
Yeah.
Fine. But the English back here is just abysmal. Go ahead.
Well, even if you got two internets, the problem is the landline that connects to it. Like, from the way I understand it, if you want to have two internet sources, you have to have a second landline put in to run for that router, to run a router through.
Here's the thing. We already had Comcast, and then we swapped over to AT&T. And Slick, we still have the Comcast landline. We still Slick have. I don't know if they can reactivate it, but they still have one. No, I'm just going to see if I can just boost the signal back here because funny trick to everybody, the main router that emits the internet, if you get it from the source, it's better there than you just getting it and just going down, to, let's just say downstairs or going down to your room where it splits off. So you might as well just get another beacon that emits the source also. It'll be stronger there than it is to traveling to your phone or to your system.
Or another router that connects to your internet. There's that.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to shut up. That is the last thing I'm going to say. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for watching Nice Podcast. Stay tuned for another episode whenever we reconvene. Everybody, let's sign off. For me, this is Superstar DC. Thank y'all for watching. And, next Menos, go ahead and sign off.
Okay, this has been Master Menos, and until next time, be seeing ya.
Epic, go ahead. Your turn.
This is Epic Steve, the big boss of the podcast. You guys have a good one. Peace.
Go ahead, Hotshot.
Yo, it's been the boy Hot Sauce, and we going out. We know how to do. We all tired. We can go get some sleep for real.
Mhm.
All right, go ahead, Darkness.
It's time for me to go back from the ship for not too long. Right?
You're
Just like
breaking
his
up on
voice,
us.
look like his name. He's just fading into existence or fading out of existence.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll stay tuned to the next nice podcast. Have a good one.
Yeah, his internet definitely got mad at him. Wow.
Shut the hell up.
Pretty much.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Be seeing ya.
Get off the air.
Right.